Welcome back inside CenturyLink Arena to Fresh Street Fights 11, presented by Bodybuilding.com. We are live on Cable 1, Channel 72, and supposed to be live on YouTube right now. We are having technical difficulties, so we do apologize to those people who may be tuning in and out on Fresh Street Fights. As we're in the intermission right now, I am very excited to be joined by Veta Arteaga. This is kind of becoming a regular thing, Veta. You had quite the weekend last weekend. You picked up your second Bellator victory over Brooke Mayo. How do you feel after that fight? Just walk us through what last Saturday was like.
Last Saturday it felt so surreal. It was awesome, just knowing that I was going to be fighting like on the same card as Fedor. You know, even though that fight didn't happen, the whole energy and vibe was great. I feel like that's where I belong. You know.
And if a lot of people may or may not know this, originally you weren't supposed to be on the televised portion of the card. You were supposed to be on the amateur. Yeah. So you know you get to go back to the Bellator show. You know you get, I believe, a Bellator debut with Brooke Mayo. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden it gets moved up to the TV portion of the card. As you mentioned on the Federer card, just talk about that when you got that phone call knowing you're going to be live all over the world again.
Yeah, it was like such a good feeling. I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is where I want. This is what I want. I want to be with the best, and I want to be on the main card just to put my name out there, you know? Like, I feel like I give a good fight. So I was more than excited.
Have you ever in your life ever given anybody a bigger black eye, whatever that was, than you gave Brooke on Saturday?
No.
I'm not a doctor, obviously, as you can tell right now.
No. You know, I'm known to hit hard, and I feel like sometimes, you know, some people don't see that or underestimate me a little bit on that, just because, you know, I don't really show like my strength, but I know I have power. So. And
of course, as you can tell, you got a couple stitches over your left eye.
Yeah, I got two stitches. They just said it was too deep. It was from an accidental headbutt that happened in the first round. It didn't faze me, it motivated me, and I wanted that victory. So. And
of course, referee Big John McCarthy in there for you. Yeah. What was he telling you during that headbutt? And then, of course, you know, a lot of people may want to call it controversy depending on what side of the fence you are on, whether it was right for the doctor and whether it was right for Big John McCarthy to stop that fight, whether she could see or not. What were they telling you, and how do you feel about the decision? Obviously, you know, you feel good because you picked up the win, but.
I feel great about the decision. I have a really, instinct when I know somebody's hurt, and I felt her wobble, so I was like, oh man, like I can really finish this if it was to continue on. So I feel happy with with that W. So Big John, though, he was just like, do you feel wobbly? And I was like, no, I'm okay. Like, I just, even Shell was like, I was well composed. It doesn't faze me, I'm in there to get a W. That's it.
Of course, talking about controversy, your first fight on the main card with Bellator against Anastasia Yankova, a split decision. Arguably, some say you won. I'm going to go out on a limb just because I'm standing next to you and I don't want you to break my face. I want to give you that one. How do you feel about that fight, that outcome, and do you want that rematch?
To answer your question about the rematch, I want that rematch, but as far as my performance, I know I can do better, and I know not to leave it in the judges' hands. Like, I'm aware of that, so I'm excited to get that rematch if that ever happens, because I will make sure that I use all of, everything that I have to offer in MMA. Like, I know I'm well-rounded, and I'm excited to get it.
All right, well, we don't want to spill the beans if we can, but what's coming up next for you, Veta?
Well, hopefully I'll be fighting soon, As soon as I get the stitches out, I'm going to go back to training, So I think I can't take my foot off the gas. I got to keep going. I want that belt, and I know I got to work hard for it. So hopefully you'll see me back, in the summer, maybe May or June, hopefully. So.
All right, well, if you want to follow along with Veta Arteaga, you can follow her on Twitter at Miss_Veta. Did I get that one right?
Yep, you did.
All right, of course, we will keep following along with her on the Fresh Street Fights social media channels.